think they just put it there for shits and giggles.
Oh, it might have been just for that, too. I mean, I don't blame them. Oh, yeah. This actually does remind me.
Oh, are we gonna go?
Yeah, I always hated this.
You know, you can get it from the front side, too, right?
You can?
Yeah.
I always think that you have to get it from the back side. I do not know why. But I really hate this stupid thing. It serves no purpose other than to hide that item. And it's just like, I thought there was like something
I thought it was clever because it stands out, so you're gonna look at it, but then you can also find out like it's something you can cut down. So
yeah,
you're introduced to it right away. Can we move on now?
I don't know. Maybe I'll just stay right here.
No.
Okay, we're going on to.
No!
Y'all done?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go ahead to go straight to Pewter City, but before we get there, we actually have to go through the Viridian Forest.
It's the coolest place for every face that I'm about to smash in with my Pokemon. So many dead bodies behind me. Don't look back, Bulbasaur. We murdered a whole bunch of people, but that's cool.
That was a beautiful song.
Oh, so his 10 out of 10 best Doge.
Are you going to the Viridian Forest? Be careful. It's a natural maze. You know what I liked about Generation 6 is that the first forest that you go in is literally just a smaller version of the Viridian Forest.
Yep.
I absolutely love that. I was like, oh, I saw what you did there.
Yeah, it was, now that I think about it.
Let's see.
Oh, blah, 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 blah. Oh,
Why are you singing the birthday song?
It's not the birthday song, TM. They're out for Pokemon fights. Okay, so this guy's here with his buddies.
In Pokemon Yellow, there's a lot more enemies to battle, too. Like
Let's catch
battlers.
a Pikachu!
I want to.
There's an antidote in there?
You did not know about the antidote?
No, I never checked the tree.
Yeah, there's a reason why that tree was there. It was to give you a free antidote.
Really?
Yeah.
But only on that tile?
Only on that tile.
Because I checked the front of the tree, like when you stand next to the person.
Nope. It's the one next to him.
That's bullshit.
Wow. So much for being a pro Pokemon trainer.
Oh, sorry you didn't find that one antidote on the route, Chris.
I figured that out when I was 5 years old. Excuse you.
I want a Pikachu!
I want one too. Should we try and capture like either a Butterfree or a Beedrill or?
Well, actually, hold on. Let me think. So the only electric type options you have are Pikachu, Raichu, or
Magnemite,
Jolteon.
and Magneton.
Magnemite and Magneton are dumb though.
They're good in the later games. Here they're not very useful because there is no Steel and Dark types.
Yeah.
But,
so do we want a Raichu or a Jolteon? Because they both need a Thunderstone at the end. And we'd have to save TM Thunderbolt.
I kinda don't want a Jolteon, so.
You don't want a Jolteon?
I'd rather have Vaporeon or Flareon. Flareon's my favorite, but.
Really? Flareon sucks.
I don't care. It's still cute.
We could get a. Wait, are we playing red or blue?
We're playing red.
We can get a Vulpix or an Arcanine.
Yeah, whichever one's available. I don't know which one's which. But either way, I mean, we could get a Vaporeon. I don't really care either way. But I don't like using.
Well, we can get a Gyarados.
Oh, I planned on getting the Gyarados anyway.
Are we gonna train it up from the tiny Magikarp we get?
You betcha. So, anyway, our first battle that's not a rival. It's a bug catcher.
Mm-hmm.
Bug catchers have been in pretty much every single game since then, haven't they?
Nope.
I'm trying to think of which games they haven't been in.
I think bug catchers were absent in Generation 4. I think.
They might have even been they might have been kicked out of Generation 5 too, but they're still pretty common. Or they got switched with the bug maniacs. I remember that was a thing, and I thought they were stupid.
Yeah. Don't mind me, I'm just eating apples.
I know.
Delicious.
I could tell you're eating. Anyway, Weedle. Weedle is a bug type. It's also a poison type. It can use poison sting. There are no like natures or abilities on here, so we don't have to worry about them infecting us with poison just by attacking them.
Actually, poison sting just had a really increased chance of poisoning your Pokemon in past generations.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it doesn't have like that. It doesn't have like an intimidate or turret or whatever those little moves were. Those abilities.
Torrent.
Yeah. I can't really remember what that thing is. Where if a Pokemon attacks you, there's a chance of it getting poisoned.
That's just a poison chance. It's not RNG, but it wasn't explained in the previous game, so.
Okay.
So.
Am I the only one that actually takes the paths rather than go through the grass?
No, we've all done that.
Yeah. I don't know why, but if I have a choice between grass and the pathway, I would rather just go through the pathway. I mean, they both lead to the same places, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. I think the grasses are like, if you want to find Pokemon, but we pretty much already know what's in here.
Yeah.
Are we going to get a Pikachu?
I want to try and catch a Pikachu, but I'd also like to try and get rid of as many trainers as possible, too.
Why? We could train Pikachu on them.
True. Well, okay, I'll try and catch it here in just a few minutes then. I can actually speed up through this because we've already fought one. I think we fought a Caterpie and I never mentioned it, but...
Well, Caterpie is just a bug type.
Kakuna...
Okay, look at that. Look at that. Look at that right now.
I don't think it has hands in the later versions, does it?
It doesn't. It doesn't. It's got claw. It looks like it's got claws.
But it doesn't.
It doesn't.
At all. It literally can only harden.
Well, it also has poison sting still.
That's if you evolve it from a Weedle.
Right. They changed the sprite later on.
They change a lot of sprites.
But, this is like a big change because it used to have like claws.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't. It's so weird going from 3D back to these 2D sprites.
Okay.
Yum.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and read this, and then I'll start looking for a Pikachu.
My favorite Pikachu hunting spot is towards the beginning of the Viridian Forest.
Mine is usually around these stumps. I don't know why, but as a child, I believe these stumps were the perfect area.
Really? I was always, like, down in the bottom corners.
I don't know. You think it's kind of weird, though, because you can literally catch it anywhere, but, like, as a child, I guess, when you're playing this, you always feel like there's, like, certain spots where they're more likely to happen.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
I think it's just, like, it's probably the first place where you'll run into one. Yeah. And you'll just think it's better there.
And I'm just going to fight every Kakuna because, simply put...
It'll give a lot of defense EVs, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, EVs were a thing that existed in this game, but nobody figured it out.
I was just going to say it gave out a lot of experience, so...
Well, yeah, that too. But, so, okay, let's talk about the meta game while we're hunting for Pikachu.
Alright.
So, let's go backwards.
Alright.
A bit. We're going to start right now at the current generation, just to give you an idea of what it is. So,
do we want to catch a Weedle really quickly?
No, we're not going to start with it. Because we're just going to box it later.
Yeah, true.
I always really like on my first few, the first time I'll run through a game, I'll catch, whatever I think looks kind of cool, but if it doesn't work for me, I always end up boxing it.
Right.
I just, I don't want to waste time on things that I don't think will yield me results. I've sort of always been like that. Okay, how about this? You keep looking for Pikachu. I'm gonna answer that fucking phone.
Okay, have fun. So basically, why we want a Pikachu is because later on it's going to be a little bit harder to find. It's still pretty hard here to find it because it has like about a 15% chance, I believe. But we won't get another chance to catch any electric types until we get to the rock tunnel, which will be about 3 gym battles away. And that's kind of part of the reason why we want to go ahead and get it as quickly as possible. And also, the Kakunas are pretty good training. If you are playing the blue version, you will see Caterpies and Metapods instead. Though I'm still pretty sure that you can actually see both of them each game, but you have a higher chance of seeing Caterpie and Metapod in blue rather than seeing Weedle and Kakuna. In Pokemon Red, you see them more in this version. So, there. I got a little tongue-tied. Sorry about that. Basically, we're just going to try and capture that Pikachu. Like I said before, you can literally catch a Pikachu anywhere, and I'm just going to skip over these Weedles because they can poison you, and I don't feel like running back and forth from the Pokemon Center. So, and as I said, these guys can only harden unless you actually train them from a Weedle. So you don't have to worry about the wild ones too much, but if you're fighting against another person, there is a chance, I believe. I think there has been like a couple of instances where like the bug catchers and stuff had ones that use tackle. I don't know. I'll have to ask Wendy about that, really. But I feel like I've seen them. And anyway, there's a Metapod. So, see, they do exist in this game. It's just sometimes it's harder to find them. I'm using the select button to move my stuff around, by the way. So, that's why all the moves are being moved around a little bit.
Metapod use harden.
Yep. I told you, by the way, that Metapods existed in this game. That you could find them in the... I mean, like you could find them in the wild. I was going to ask you a question really quickly. What was it?
You were going to ask me a question?
Yep. Crap. I've already forgotten it. Oh. Crap.
It'll come back to you. What were you talking about before?
I was talking about the different kinds of Pokemon and why we were looking for a Pikachu. I remember Voltorb now is one of the electric types we can get, but
Voltorb you can only get in the power plant, which you have to get after you get Surf.
Can't you get that near the rock tunnel entrance too?
Surf or Voltorb?
Voltorb.
No, you can't. Or, well, you can get Magnemite, but I don't think you can get Voltorb.
Okay.
I don't know. I never really focused on that patch of grass too much. I always just went straight into the cave.
Ah, fair enough. Okay, well, there's a Caterpie. It's so cute. My favorite episode of Pokemon was episode number 2, where they met Caterpie. Because, because it was just so adorable. It was the first time I actually liked a bug. So, I really hated bugs as a kid, but I fell in love with little Caterpie. And I felt so awful later on when Butterfree gets released.
I didn't. I mean, it was really sad, and I was like, no, Butterfree! But I knew he would be happy. And I naively thought Ash would come back for it one day.
Yeah, it never happened.
It's been 10 years.
Actually, it's only been 2.
It hasn't been 2 years.
Pikachu. That was a bit late, but yeah. It is a little chubby buddy. Please don't knock it out.
No, I'm okay, Thumper. I'm not in danger. Don't worry.
Oh, God, no. It critted it.
I'm going to fucking kill you, Gompers, you useless piece of shit.
This is the second...
Get him off the team.
This is the second time Gompers has knocked out one of the Pokemon we wanted. We should call it Killer.
Well, we can't change names until we get to Lavender Town, so...
And then I'm calling it Killer.
No. He has to live with his mistakes. It's okay, Thumper, I'm fine. But did you see Pikachu and how fat it was?
Yeah, it got thinner over time, but...
Way thinner. And for some reason, they make it say Pikachu instead of going... Bah!
Yeah, I kind of get aggravated at that because it's kind of weird.
Yeah, like, why does it only say Pikachu?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like they should all be able to say, like, their own phrases or something. Or if they don't, Pikachu should talk the same as all the other ones. Because when it evolves into Raichu or it's a baby Pichu, nope, doesn't happen.
Yep.